Welcome back to my cave for a brand new episode of Why Am I Doing This to Myself? Although, to be honest, this is only the second time I've done an episode where I've actually presented it as Why Am I Doing This to Myself? And even the first time I called it another episode, even though it was the first episode. And what am I doing? Oh, getting way off talk. Anyway, I wanted to talk about a game called Fantasy Strike. But first, BATTIES! Okay, anyway, this is a fighting game. It's available for the PS4, but for some reason I decided to get it for the Switch, even though the game's free to download. Dummy me, dummy me, dummy me. Now, I should mention that the free game only includes versus modes. But you can get a few more modes when you buy the core pack. Among the things that come with the core pack is one of the hardest survival modes in fighting game history. I wanted to not only show you some of my struggles in survival mode, but discuss some of the characters. And since this is on the Switch, 30-second video clips. Oh, why did I get the Switch version? I'm tempted to buy the core pack on the PS4 just so I can record videos without having to buy a stupid video card. But I digress. On to the first video clip. Like my Street Fighter V videos, I don't want to talk the entire way. Aw, hi there, cutie McFishface. I got something to say about him, but I'll save that for later. Right now, I want to show you the character I'm going to use. This is a special outfit I bought for Onimaru. He's a samurai guy, I guess you could say. This is actually the second time I have cleared survival mode with him. I decided to reshoot myself doing it because I only managed to get a few clips of the first time. And the only reason I could do it again is because I actually found a method that works with him. The AI does not like it when you try to pull off his 7 HP combo. 3 hits from that combo and your guard is crushed. The enemies are pretty weak early on. You don't really have to worry about that. In fact, I am just mowing through these guys. This isn't even taking 30 seconds. And then we get to our first shadow boss, and stop! Okay, I want to talk about this guy right now. That was Lum, the panda. Yep, this game has furry characters, and he's arguably one of my favorites to play as. Also, just this. Adorable, complete with bouncing belly sound effects. And despite having a soft spot for fat furs, this guy is actually not my favorite character in the game. Yes, I said he's one of my favorites, but not my absolute favorite. Well, he can be kind of annoying at times, and some of his animations don't make sense, like that one. But I think my absolute biggest pet peeve when it comes to Lum is when he starts shaking his panda butt every time he wins.
You win.
As far as my favorite character goes, that honor goes to Argagard. Of course, you didn't expect it to be a human, did you? He is kind of the Dalsum of the group. Except, instead of controlling fire, he controls water. Ironic. Also, he kills his opponents slowly. He's a patient character, and kind of difficult to use, but I really dig him. Alright, and resume. I don't have much to say right now, but I'll chime in a bit later. How about you enjoy the fight for a little bit?
Justice! Justice! Hello! And conquer! Justice!
Doink punch.
Through! Assist! Final Arbiter! And conquer! Justice kicks! Assist!
Ba-doink, ga-doink, ga-doink, doink, doink.
Shadow Boss. Fight!
Okay, Rook is a ravenous golem. When he's on you, it's really hard to get him off you. And normally you could grapple someone, but whoa, I went right through him for some reason. But usually grappling is useless. I got lucky there, but usually it's useless. Also, that's Onimaru's default palette. I'm gonna pause for a bit to show you what usually happens when you try to grapple. In this game, there is something called a Yomi counter. A Yomi counter happens when you do nothing as your opponent is about to grapple. You really have to prepare yourself for it in order to be able to pull it off, but the AI does it easily. Oh, and this is from one of my failed survival run attempts. And resume.
Got one charge!
Shadow Boss. Fight!
And I know what you're thinking. Oh, this doesn't look that hard. Why are you hyping it up to be so hard? Remember, this is a cheap strategy that the AI has a hard time countering. Not every character has a strategy like this, and to be honest, I don't really even feel right using it. But it works! It's kind of the only way I have ever been able to beat survival mode on this game. Oh my god, Lum has a Winnie the Pooh palette! I really want that palette. I'm trying to wait for it to be in the stores, but dang. Unfortunately, you can't just buy items in the shop. You have to wait for certain items to appear. Most items cost 350 gems, though some cost 500. How do you get gems? Yeah, unfortunately, there is no other way to obtain them but to buy them. This is a huge problem I have with Brawlhalla. And I feel like kind of a hypocrite for spending money on these guys when Brawlhalla does the same thing, but the way I see it, Fantasy Strike is a much smaller business. So I feel a little better doing it. Might be why. And that's it. I completed 20-man survival mode. Woohoo! Maybe next time I'll be able to do it without pulling off a Cheesemeister strategy. But anyway, until next time, I'm Baalf, and the cave is closed.